everybody, welcome back to Jackson Jet Setting. If you've ever wondered if MSC's Yacht Club is worth the splurge, then this is the video for you. I recently had my first yacht club experience on board the MSC Seashore out of Orlando. I was absolutely blown away by the experience, and so in this video, I want to detail over 20 tips and tricks to the yacht club experience. I felt like when I was researching the yacht club, things weren't super clear on the website at times, so I want to detail all the things that I experienced on board and things I would do a little bit differently next time. So hopefully at the end of this video, you can make the most of your experience on board and decide if Yacht Club is right for you. If you love cruise content, then you are in the right place. Please consider subscribing to the channel and liking this video. It really helps me out. So first, what is Yacht Club? So Yacht Club is basically a ship within a ship. So if you are cruising on the MSC Seashore, you can book Yacht Club, and with that, you'll get special areas that are open just for Yacht Club passengers. There's a little bit over 300 people that can sail Yacht Club in total each cruise, and that's going to vary depending on the ship, but the Seashore had about 300 people that it could fit. It's basically like club level at hotels on land, but so much better. And we'll get into all the details and all the extra perks here in a minute. One thing to mention here is that Yacht Club is not an adult-only experience. It's actually open to all families. So just keep that in mind. There will be kids in the Yacht Club, but everyone was super well behaved on my voyage, and I'm sure that they will be too on yours. There are 15 ships that have Yacht Club. The Yacht Club facilities are going to vary ship by ship as well. All the ships sailing from the United States are going to have Yacht Club, including the brand new World America, which I've not sailed on, but they're all going to have some variation of the Yacht Club experience. If you're interested to see a full tour of the MSC Seashore's Yacht Club, check out my channel. I have a full tour up as well as a full review of my cruise experience on board. So the first thing that I want to talk about that's really a huge benefit to Yacht Club is the priority embarkation process. So the port is always going to be kind of a stressful place. It's not the best place to begin a cruise vacation. There's chaos. People are stressed out. People got their passports out. It just kind of is like an airport. It's just always very stressful. People just want to get their vacation started. So I totally understand. But the Yacht Club experience tries to take a lot of that away. I had a special line for security when I arrived, after they checked my name, of course. And then I cruised through that. And after a little bit of bobbing and weaving through the crowd, I found the Yacht Club check-in area. It's a seated area. And to start the experience off right, they had a butler waiting with champagne, orange juice, bottled waters, as well as a few snacks, and you sat down and they checked you into the ship. They gave you your room key as well as your band right there, and the room key and the band are going to be noted as Yacht Club. So that's going to be your ticket into the Yacht Club facilities on board, because it is within like a gated door, so you have to buzz into the door to be able to get access to both the staterooms and all of the special areas that you have access to that I'll detail in just a minute. Now, they did promote the fact that the butler will escort you on board and straight up to the Yacht Club. So after about 10 or 15 minutes of waiting, they gathered a few of us together, all the people that had been waiting, and we followed one of the butlers up through the ship. We passed everyone in line. The line was pretty long to get on board because they do a security check right there as you make your way across the gangway onto the ship. So we skipped all of that. That was awesome. Saved us probably 15 minutes of waiting in line. And then we made our way to the muster station. If you see in my review, I didn't love this experience because we had to wait for these elevators, and I think next time I'll just skip that part once I'm on board and head straight up to Yacht Club and do the muster drill on my own time. The rooms themselves in Yacht Club vary, and as you can imagine, they're some of the nicest rooms on board the entire ship. I actually had an inside cabin, which I was very surprised that they had in Yacht Club. So you have inside cabin, which is a great deal. If you can deal with no windows during your voyage, it is a great way to get all of the perks that everyone else has in Yacht Club for a much lower price. Some rooms, like suites, have their own hot tub, so you really just have to pick around and see what's the perfect room for your vacation. We're not going to get super into that in this video, but just know the rooms are very nice. So the butler service does not end at priority embarkation. You have a butler at your service the entire cruise. He's kind of like a cabin steward, but also your personal concierge. So he'll help make sure that everything is to your liking. He'll ask what sort of liquor you'd like in the room, because they will deliver a bottle of liquor on board. They have a mini bar. He'll swap things out for you based on your preferences. Just make sure that all of your reservations for any specialty restaurants are made. He's really just like your personal concierge on board, and he did an amazing job on my voyage. So outside of your cabin, you're going to have a few areas that are exclusive to Yacht Club. So the first area is going to be the concierge desk. They'll be able to book any sort of restaurants, any last minute excursions that you maybe haven't booked, spa treatments, They are there just like your butler to make sure that you have an amazing cruise. Now, beyond that is going to be the Top Sail Lounge. Top Sail Lounge was definitely my favorite space on board. It's a private bar just for Yacht Club members. They have live music in the evenings. They do different shows throughout the cruise as well. We had a little pop-up show of all the butlers on the very last night, and that was really nice. And they have a small buffet with just a few finger foods. Now, this area is in the very front of the ship, and it has sweeping views of the ocean on the very top decks. So it is a great place to hang out indoors and in air conditioning, but still enjoy the views. I loved staying up here and booking dinner around the time that we were sailing away from port. And it was just nice to enjoy the sunset, sail away from port, and enjoy a lovely meal. So the Yacht Club restaurant is going to be on the second floor of the Top Sail Lounge. And it's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Overall, it is a full waiter service meal. It's going to have a menu that changes each day. And it was really incredible food. I think there was just one thing that I didn't love inside the restaurant. Other than that, it was all incredibly well-prepared food. Just know if you are a quick eater, if you are kind of in a rush, this is a little bit more of a leisurely experience. I never had to wait for a table once. I didn't see anyone waiting for a table either, but it did take over an hour sometimes for meals. And so if you have things to do, just keep that in mind. Now, one way around that was upstairs was the Yacht Club Sun Deck. The Yacht Club Sun Deck is going to have its own bar as well. You have waiter service coming around asking if you'd like any drinks. You have a small buffet that's open for breakfast and lunch. And so that's one way to save a little bit of time on your meals, is that is going to be a quicker option for you. It's just like downstairs in the buffet, but a little bit elevated food and a few less selections. You have plush sun loungers as well as cabanas to rent, which were available for a very reasonable price. Overall, you really never had to leave any of these areas during your voyage besides getting off the ship in port to have an amazing time. I just wanted to explore the rest of the ship because I haven't sailed MSC too much, but a lot of people really just didn't venture out. Now, another great perk to consider if you are comparing pricing between Yacht Club and something else on board is that drinks are included in the price of Yacht Club. All drinks up to $16 are included on board, both in the Yacht Club and downstairs or anywhere else in the ship. Ocean Cay is MSC's private island. I have a full tour of that up on the channel. And there is a special area on that island that is available just for Yacht Club members. This is going to have a special reserved beach area with waiter service so they can get you drinks all day. They set up the sun lounger for you. They give you a cooler with waters. It is absolutely amazing. And when it's time for lunch, you have your own restaurant, 3-course meal, all waiter service, and your own bar. There's some air-conditioned area inside, but it wasn't very big. This alone, I think, was the best perk of Yacht Club for me on this cruise, because when I walked through the public areas on the island and saw the lines for lunch, my jaw literally dropped. I could not believe how long the lines were and how slow it was moving. This was totally worth it. So you do get premium Wi-Fi in the Yacht Club, up to 2 devices per person, which was absolutely fantastic. I just upgraded to the streaming package, which was an extra $3 to $5, I think, a day. And it worked great. MSC uses Starlink, and that's the fastest internet at sea, and it's just changed the game for internet on a cruise ship. Another really amazing perk is priority elevators. Now, I'm not sure if this is available on every ship, but on the seashore, you have priority elevator access. There's a little secret tap point on all the elevators that allows Yacht Club guests to tap their wrist with their band or their room key and then type in where they're trying to go, and the destination elevators will take them wherever they're trying to go ahead of other people that may not be in Yacht Club. Now, this is pretty cool because they are destination elevators on board the ship that I was on, so you're going to probably get priority access. I did have to wait a few times because overall, if all the elevators are busy, then it's not going to cancel someone else's ride that's already happening, but it was a nice perk. So in the back of the Madison Theater on board the MSC Seashore, there were a few rows reserved just for Yacht Club guests. They had a butler waiting there, making sure that everyone who was sitting there was actually in Yacht Club, and that was really nice. I didn't feel like the seats were the best view in the house, and this is kind of a common complaint I've had with other similar experiences on board other cruise lines, is that they don't ever put these rows in the best spot in the theater. I just think that they can make that a little bit more premium. But if you do need help finding the theater, my butler actually escorted me all the way down there the first night, which was really awesome. Another great perk is access to the thermal areas on board. So this is a really nice perk because my status with MSC only usually gets me 1 hour in the thermal suites, but with Yacht Club, you actually have access the entire cruise. It's really amazing. This was one of the biggest thermal suites that I've ever seen at sea. They had an outdoor area with its own hot tub. It really was a cool place to relax, and it was co-ed, which is nice if you're traveling with your spouse or loved one. You can all enjoy it together. Now, inside your suite is going to be twice daily housekeeping. They do a full turn down service in the evening, set up all the lights, all super sleek, and deliver some Vinci chocolates by your bedside and some other treats. It's really a nice experience. There's also free room service. I don't typically take advantage of room service. I just like to explore the ship, go eat out in public, but on MSC, I did take advantage of this because they do pizza delivery. They'll deliver pizza anywhere to you in Yacht Club, actually, but every night I got a pizza because MSC has some of the best pizza at sea. Truly incredible. Highly recommend taking advantage of this. Now, I sailed on a short cruise, so I didn't experience a ton of this, but there are Yacht Club exclusive events and shore excursions. On my sailing stopping in Nassau, I know they had a special Yacht Club only excursion over to a very deluxe all-inclusive. Didn't take advantage of that, but that is available, and I'm sure on longer sailings there are a lot more excursions available. And then on board, the only event that I had access to that I felt was just for Yacht Club guests was an invite to go here, basically a sales pitch for their new luxury brand Explora. I didn't mind attending because I just love cruises and I want to see how they're actually selling the ship. And they did have caviar there, which was really nice. One cool perk is that they offer afternoon tea in the Yacht Club restaurant as well. I didn't take advantage of this on my voyage, but it's kind of a fun, special experience to do on a cruise line. I've done it before on some other ships. It just feels like this is like an old-time tradition at sea. Very English, of course, and really just a lot of fun. Now, when it comes time to end your cruise, it's the saddest day ever. But you do have priority disembarkation, which is really nice. The butler will ask you what time you'd like to leave the ship. He'll knock on your door in your stateroom, or you can be hanging out in the lounge at breakfast, and you can take all of your stuff with him. He'll skip any lines leaving the ship. There were a few lines leaving the ship when I was departing the MSC Seashore on my voyage, and it's one final goodbye, but he'll drop you off just on the other side of security, and then you'll make your way through customs just like you normally do. Really an amazing experience and a nice just final goodbye. So that's it. Those are all the things that you need to know about Yacht Club. If you're looking to sail Yacht Club in the future, we run a travel agency here at Jackson Jet Setting. We can help you plan any MSC cruise in the future, help you figure out all the options, all the things that might be included in your specific voyage. We are happy to help. You can reach out at jacksonjetsetting.com/book for a free quote. But that is it from the Yacht Club on MSC. Has this convinced you to sail? Let me know in the comments, and happy sailing.